Hello, and welcome to Mini Audiobooks. I'm thrilled to have you join us for today's journey through Reflections at 70, The Weight of Unspoken Regrets. Before we dive in, did you know that a staggering 94% of our viewers aren't subscribed? If you love exploring insightful and transformative stories, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community. Don't forget to like and share this video to help us continue bringing you great content. Now, let's embark on a reflective journey together and discover the wisdom of a lifetime. Reflections at 70, The Weight of Unspoken Regrets, by Mini Audiobooks. Introduction. The weight of time. What will you regret most when you reach 70? Will it be the roads not taken, the love that slipped away, the health you took for granted, or the words you left unsaid? What about the risks you didn't take or the adventures you missed? As you age, these questions grow louder and the answers become clearer. But what if you could address these regrets now, no matter your age, and make choices that lead to a more fulfilling life? These are the questions that Reflections at 70, The Weight of Unspoken Regrets seeks to explore and answer. This book is not just a reflection on a life lived, but a guide for anyone under 70, from those just starting out in adulthood to those approaching their later years. It's about understanding the regrets that often come with age and using that wisdom to live more intentionally today. I remember a moment in my late 60s when I found myself sitting alone, reflecting on a life full of achievements, relationships, and experiences. Yet, despite all the successes, there was an undeniable weight in my heart, a weight made up of unspoken regrets. It was in that moment of quiet reflection that I realized the importance of looking back, not with bitterness, but with a desire to understand, learn, and share those lessons. It's this pivotal moment that inspired me to write this book, hoping to offer insights that could help others avoid carrying the same weight. The power of hindsight. Hindsight is often referred to as 20/20, and with good reason. As we grow older, the decisions we once made in the heat of the moment, the words we left unspoken, and the risks we didn't take become much clearer. Aging brings with it the gift of clarity, a chance to see our lives from a broader perspective. However, what if you could tap into that clarity now? What if you could make decisions today that you wouldn't regret tomorrow? This book is a journey through that process, a reflection on the regrets that many face in their later years, and a guide to living a life that minimizes those regrets. It's about making the most of the time you have, regardless of whether you're 18 or 69, so that when you do reach 70, you can look back with peace rather than remorse. Purpose of the book. Reflections at 70 is not just a collection of personal stories and insights. It's a tool for introspection designed to help you navigate your own life choices with greater awareness. Whether you're at the start of your adult life, in the midst of building a career, raising a family, or contemplating retirement, this book will guide you through the common regrets that people face and offer strategies to address them before they weigh too heavily on your heart. Let's take a brief look at what you can expect from each chapter. Chapter 1. The Roads Not Taken. This chapter explores the key decisions that shape our lives. We'll dive into stories of missed opportunities and the impact of choosing practicality over passion. You'll learn how to identify the roads not yet traveled in your own life and consider what changes you might make to avoid future regrets. Chapter 2. The Love That Slipped Away. Relationships are at the core of our human experience, and they can also be the source of our deepest regrets. In this chapter, we'll reflect on romantic relationships, friendships, and family ties that could have been nurtured better. You'll discover how to reconnect with important people in your life and avoid the pain of love lost. Chapter 3. The Health I Took for Granted. Health is often something we don't fully appreciate until it's gone. This chapter will help you reflect on the importance of physical and mental well-being and how early lifestyle choices can have lasting effects. You'll learn to prioritize your health now to avoid regrets later in life. Chapter 4. The Wealth I Didn't Build. Financial stability is a common concern as we age. Here, we'll discuss the regrets that come from missed opportunities in saving, investing, and planning for the future. You'll gain insights into making smarter financial choices today to secure a more comfortable tomorrow. Chapter 5. The Words I Left Unsaid. Sometimes, the words we don't say can haunt us more than the ones we do. This chapter delves into the impact of unspoken truths, withheld forgiveness, and unexpressed love. You'll be encouraged to speak your mind and heart more freely, to strengthen your relationships and lighten your emotional load. Chapter 6. The Risks I Didn't Take. Fear of failure often holds us back from taking risks that could lead to growth and adventure. This chapter will explore the comfort zones we often cling to and the missed opportunities that result. You'll be inspired to step out of your comfort zone, take calculated risks, and embrace the possibilities that come with living boldly. Chapter 7. The Adventures I Missed. Life is filled with opportunities for adventure, but responsibilities, fear, and procrastination often hold us back. In this chapter, we'll reflect on the places never visited, the experiences never had, and the joy that was sacrificed. You'll learn how to prioritize joy and adventure in your life, so you can create memories that enrich your story. Chapter 8. The Lessons I've Learned. The culmination of this journey brings us to the lessons learned from a lifetime of experiences and regrets. Here, we'll explore how acceptance and peace can be found in understanding that regrets are a natural part of life. You'll be encouraged to embrace the wisdom of the years, apply it to your own life, and even share it with others. Conclusion. Embracing the future with grace. As we conclude, this chapter will focus on how to move forward without being weighed down by past regrets. You'll be guided on how to reflect on your life, make changes where needed, and live with intention. The goal is to help you embrace the future with a clear mind, ready to create a legacy of lessons learned and wisdom shared. Epilogue. Letters to the Younger Me. Finally, the epilogue offers a heartfelt letter to my younger self, encapsulating the journey of reflection and the advice I would give now. You'll also be encouraged to write your own letter to your younger self as a way to reflect, heal, and grow. As you read through Reflections at 70, The Weight of Unspoken Regrets, you'll find that each chapter is not just a reflection on the past, but a call to action for the present. Whether you're 18 or 69, this book will offer you the tools to live a life with fewer regrets and more fulfillment. So, as you turn the pages, consider the questions that resonate most with you, and let the answers guide you towards a life well lived. Chapter 1. The Roads Not Taken. Missed opportunities, a fork in the road. Life is full of crossroads, moments when we stand on the precipice of a decision that will alter the course of our lives forever. Sometimes, the choices are clear, but more often than not, they are shrouded in uncertainty, fear, and the weight of the unknown. As we age, these moments of decision become focal points of reflection. We begin to see the missed opportunities not as isolated incidents, but as threads in the fabric of our lives, shaping who we are and what we've become. The Path Not Chosen, a story of what could have been. Let me take you back to a time when I stood at one such crossroads. I was in my early 30s, at the height of my career, working for a company that was demanding but rewarding. I had a comfortable life, a stable income, and a clear trajectory. But then, out of nowhere, an opportunity presented itself. A chance to move to a different city, to take on a role that was risky but filled with potential. It was an opportunity that excited me and terrified me in equal measure. I remember sitting with a close friend, weighing the pros and cons. On one hand, there was the comfort of the known, the job I was already successful at, the life I had built. On the other hand, there was the thrill of the unknown, a chance to reinvent myself, to pursue something that might fulfill me in ways I hadn't even imagined. But there was also fear, the fear of failure, the fear of leaving behind what was safe for something that was uncertain. In the end, I chose the safe path. I stayed in my current job, continued along the trajectory I had set for myself. It was a decision that made sense at the time, a decision that was logical and practical. But as the years went by, I often found myself wondering, what if? What if I had taken that leap? What if I had chosen the road less traveled? What would my life look like now? The weight of what if? This is the weight of missed opportunities, the constant wondering, the persistent questioning of what might have been. It's a burden that grows heavier with time. As the window for making those bold decisions narrows, the longer we live, the more we realize that those forks in the road are fewer and farther between. The roads not taken begin to loom larger in our minds, casting long shadows over the paths we did choose. But it's not just about the big decisions. Those moments when we chose one career over another, one city over another, one life over another. It's also about the smaller, everyday choices that add up over time. The times we said no to a new experience because it seemed inconvenient, the times we avoided a challenge because it seemed too difficult, the times we stayed silent because it seemed safer. These are the moments that, in hindsight, we realize had the potential to shape our lives in profound ways. Embracing the road less traveled. So, how do we reconcile these missed opportunities? How do we come to terms with the roads not taken? The first step is acceptance. Accepting that every decision we made was the best decision we could make at the time, given the information and the circumstances we had. It's about forgiving ourselves for the choices we didn't make and understanding that those choices were part of our journey, just as much as the choices we did make. But beyond acceptance, there's also action. While we can't go back and choose differently, we can choose differently going forward. We can learn to recognize those crossroads when they appear and approach them with a mindset of openness and courage. We can ask ourselves, what would I do if I weren't afraid? And then move in that direction. We can choose to take the road less traveled, not because it's easy, but because it has the potential to lead us somewhere new, somewhere fulfilling. Career choices, the pursuit of passion versus practicality. One of the most significant arenas in which the roads not taken manifest is in our careers. For many of us, our careers are a defining aspect of our identities. They give us purpose, structure, and a sense of accomplishment. But they can also be a source of regret, especially when we find ourselves on a path that doesn't align with our true passions or values. The practical path, a safe but stifling choice. I remember a conversation I had with a former colleague, someone who had always been incredibly talented and passionate about the arts. She had dreams of becoming a writer, of creating stories that would move and inspire people. But she also had responsibilities, a mortgage, bills to pay, and a family to support. So, she chose the practical path, taking a job in corporate communications that provided stability but left little room for creativity. Years later, when we reconnected, she confessed that while she had achieved success in her career, she felt a deep sense of dissatisfaction. She had climbed the corporate ladder, earned promotions, and received accolades, but there was a lingering emptiness. She had sacrificed her passion for practicality, and while she didn't regret providing for her family, she couldn't shake the feeling that she had missed out on something essential. The pursuit of passion, a risky but rewarding journey. On the other hand, I knew someone else, a friend who had always been deeply passionate about music. He was a talented guitarist, and from a young age, he dreamed of making it big in the music industry. But unlike my colleague, he chose to pursue his passion despite the risks. He spent years playing in small venues, struggling to make ends meet, and facing constant rejection. But he never gave up. Eventually, his persistence paid off. He didn't become a rock star, but he built a successful career as a music producer, doing what he loved every day. When we spoke about his journey, he admitted that it had been incredibly challenging, filled with uncertainty and financial instability. But he also said that he wouldn't trade it for anything. He had followed his passion, and even though it had been a difficult road, it was one that he was proud to have taken. He had no regrets about the choices he had made, because they had led him to a life that was fulfilling in ways that money and stability never could be. Balancing passion and practicality. The stories of my colleague and my friend illustrate a common dilemma. How do we balance passion and practicality in our careers? How do we pursue what we love without sacrificing our responsibilities? It's a question that doesn't have a one-size-fits-all answer, because everyone's situation is different. But what I've learned is that it's not an either/or choice. It's possible to find a balance, to create a career that allows for both stability and passion. For some, that might mean finding ways to incorporate their passions into their current careers, taking on side projects, volunteering, or even starting a small business on the side. For others, it might mean making a more significant shift, like changing careers or going back to school to pursue something they're truly passionate about. The key is to listen to that inner voice, the one that tells you what you really want, and to find ways to honor it. The cost of inaction. But there's a cost to ignoring that voice, to choosing practicality over passion for too long. It's the cost of waking up one day and realizing that you've spent years doing something that doesn't fulfill you, that you've built a life that doesn't align with who you truly are. It's the cost of looking back with regret and wondering, what if I had pursued my passion? What if I had taken that risk? The truth is, there's always a risk in following your passion, just as there's a risk in staying on the safe, practical path. But the greater risk is in not trying, in not giving yourself the chance to live a life that's aligned with your true self. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about what you do, but about who you become in the process. A call to action. So, if you're standing at a crossroads in your career, ask yourself, what do I really want? What would I do if I weren't afraid? And then take a step in that direction. It doesn't have to be a giant leap. It can be a small, incremental change. But take that step, because every step you take toward your passion is a step toward a life without regrets. Personal dreams deferred. The cost of sidelined passions. Beyond career choices, there are the personal dreams and passions that we often set aside in favor of more immediate concerns. These are the hobbies, interests, and creative pursuits that bring us joy and fulfillment, but that we often push to the back burner as life's demands take precedence. The joy of childhood passions. Think back to when you were a child. What were the things that lit you up inside? Maybe it was drawing, writing stories, playing an instrument, or exploring nature. As children, we're naturally drawn to activities that bring us joy, that allow us to express ourselves and explore the world around us. But as we grow older, those passions often get sidelined in favor of more practical pursuits. I remember as a child, I loved to paint. I would spend hours with my watercolors, creating vibrant scenes of places I dreamed of visiting. But as I grew older, painting became something I did less and less. School, work, and other responsibilities took over, and painting became something I did only occasionally when I had the time. Eventually, it became something I didn't do at all. The quiet desperation of sidelined passions. Years went by, and I focused on building my career, raising a family, and checking off the boxes of what I thought I should be doing. But there was always a quiet desperation, a sense that something was missing. It wasn't until I was in my 50s that I picked up a paintbrush again, and I was surprised at how much joy it brought me. It was like reconnecting with a part of myself that I had forgotten existed. But along with the joy came a sense of regret. Regret for all the years I had let my passion for painting lie dormant. I wondered how different my life might have been if I had made time for painting all along, if I had allowed myself to pursue it, even if only as a hobby. I realized that by sidelining my passion, I had sidelined a part of myself, and that was something I couldn't get back. Making time for what matters. We all have passions and dreams that we set aside because we think we don't have the time, or because we believe they're not important. But the truth is, those passions are a vital part of who we are. They're not just hobbies or interests. They're expressions of our true selves, of the things that make us unique. So, if there's something you've always loved to do, but you've let it fall by the wayside, I encourage you to pick it up again. It doesn't matter how much time has passed, or how out of practice you might be. What matters is that you make time for what brings you joy, for what makes you feel alive. The importance of self-expression. In making time for your passions, you're not just engaging in a hobby, you're engaging in self-expression. You're giving yourself permission to be who you truly are, to explore your creativity, and to reconnect with a part of yourself that may have been neglected. And in doing so, you're also giving yourself the gift of fulfillment, of living a life that's rich and full. Closing reflection. Choosing the road ahead. As we close this chapter on the roads not taken, I want to leave you with one final thought. The past is behind you, but the road ahead is still unwritten. You may not be able to go back and change the decisions you've made, but you can choose how you move forward. You can choose to take the road less traveled, to pursue your passions, and to live a life that's true to who you are. The roads not taken are not just a source of regret, they're also a source of inspiration. They remind us of the possibilities that still lie ahead, of the choices we still have the power to make. So, as you continue on your journey, I encourage you to embrace the roads that call to you, the ones that might be a little more challenging, but that have the potential to lead you to a life of fulfillment and joy. Remember, it's never too late to take a new path, to explore new opportunities, and to create a life that you can look back on without regret. The roads not taken are not the end of the story. They're just the beginning of a new chapter, one that's filled with promise and possibility. So, take a deep breath, trust yourself, and step boldly into the future, knowing that the best is yet to come. Chapter 2. The Love That Slipped Away. Romantic regrets, love lost, and the paths not taken. Love, they say, is the most potent force in the universe, a force that can transform lives, heal wounds, and create bonds that withstand the test of time. Yet, it is also the source of some of our deepest regrets. As I reflect on the romantic relationships of my past, I am reminded of the love that slipped away, the opportunities missed, and the choices made that, in hindsight, could have been different. The one that got away, a story of what could have been. I remember vividly the summer of my 20s when I met someone who could have been the love of my life. We were young, full of dreams, and the world seemed to stretch endlessly before us. She was everything I could have ever wanted, intelligent, kind, and beautiful, with a passion for life that matched my own. We spent countless hours talking, laughing, and dreaming about the future. There was a connection between us that was undeniable, a bond that felt as though it could weather any storm. But life, as it often does, had other plans. At the time, I was focused on my career, determined to make a name for myself in a field that demanded all of my attention. I told myself that there would be time for love later, that we could make it work despite the distance and the demands of our respective lives. But as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the calls became less frequent, the visits more sporadic. Eventually, we drifted apart, and she moved on with her life, as did I. Years later, I found myself thinking about her, wondering what might have been if I had made different choices. What if I had prioritized our relationship? What if I had been more present, more committed? Would we have built a life together, shared a home, had children? These are the questions that haunt me, the what-ifs that linger in the corners of my mind. The price of prioritizing career over love. In my pursuit of career success, I made a choice that I believed was the right one at the time. I told myself that building a stable future was essential, that love could wait until I had achieved my goals. But in doing so, I failed to recognize that love, too, is an essential part of building a life. We often think of love as something that will be there when we're ready for it, but the truth is, love doesn't always wait. It requires nurturing, attention, and commitment, just as much as any career or personal ambition. Looking back, I realized that I placed too much emphasis on my professional life and not enough on my personal relationships. I was so focused on climbing the ladder, on reaching the next milestone, that I lost sight of what truly mattered. Love, unlike a career, is not something that can be put on hold indefinitely. It needs to be cherished and prioritized, or it risks slipping away. The importance of being present. One of the greatest lessons I've learned from the love that slipped away is the importance of being present. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to become consumed by the demands of work, the pressure to succeed, and the pursuit of material goals. But in doing so, we risk missing out on the moments that truly matter. The quiet conversations, the shared laughter, the simple joys of being with someone we love. If I could go back, I would make a different choice. I would be more present, more attentive, and more willing to prioritize love over ambition. I would recognize that love is not something to be taken for granted, but something to be cherished and nurtured every day. Because in the end, it's not the promotions or the accolades that we remember. It's the people we loved and the memories we shared with them. Friendships faded, the bonds that weren't maintained. Romantic relationships are not the only ones that can slip away. Friendships, too, are susceptible to the passage of time and the demands of life. As I reflect on the friendships that have faded over the years, I am reminded of the importance of nurturing these bonds, of making the effort to stay connected even when life pulls us in different directions. The high school friend, a story of connection lost. There was a friend I had in high school, someone who was like a brother to me. We did everything together, played sports, studied for exams, and shared our hopes and dreams for the future. We were inseparable, and I was certain that our friendship would last a lifetime. But after graduation, life took us down different paths. He went to college in another state, and I stayed behind to start working. At first, we kept in touch, exchanging letters and phone calls, but as the years went by, those exchanges became less frequent. We both got busy with our lives, he with his studies, and I with my job. Eventually, the calls stopped altogether, and we lost touch. I didn't think much of it at the time, assuming that we would reconnect at some point, that our friendship would pick up where it left off. But that never happened. Years later, I heard through mutual friends that he had gotten married, had children, and moved to another country. By the time I tried to reach out, it was too late. The connection we once had was gone, replaced by the distance that had grown between us over the years. The impact of neglecting friendships. The loss of that friendship is something I regret deeply. It's a reminder of how easily we can lose touch with the people who matter to us if we don't make the effort to stay connected. Friendships, like any relationship, require time and attention. They need to be nurtured and maintained, or they risk fading away. In today's world, where technology makes it easier than ever to stay connected, there's really no excuse for letting friendships slip away. A simple phone call, text, or email can go a long way in maintaining a connection. But it's not just about staying in touch. It's about making the effort to be present in each other's lives, to share in each other's joys and sorrows, and to support each other through life's ups and downs. Reconnecting and rekindling old friendships. One of the most valuable things I've done in recent years is to make an effort to reconnect with old friends. It's not always easy. People change, and so do their lives. But I've found that, more often than not, the bonds we once shared can be rekindled. It takes effort, patience, and a willingness to be vulnerable, but it's worth it. Reconnecting with old friends has brought a sense of joy and fulfillment that I didn't even realize I was missing. It's a reminder of the importance of maintaining the relationships that have shaped us, that have been a part of our journey. These friendships are a part of who we are, and they deserve to be cherished and nurtured. Family ties. The regrets of neglected relationships. Family is often the most significant source of both joy and regret in our lives. Our relationships with our parents, siblings, and children are among the most important we will ever have. Yet they are also the ones we sometimes take for granted. As I reflect on my own family ties, I am reminded of the moments that could have been better cherished, the conversations that could have been deeper, and the love that could have been expressed more openly. The estranged sibling, a story of distance. I had a younger brother with whom I was very close growing up. We shared a bedroom, toys, and even friends. But as we grew older, our lives began to diverge. He pursued a career that took him to another part of the country, while I stayed close to home. We saw each other less frequently, and our once close relationship began to wane. It wasn't that we had a falling out. There was no argument or betrayal that caused the distance. It was simply the natural drift that happens when life gets in the way. We both got busy with our careers, our families, and our own lives. We didn't make the effort to stay connected, to keep the bond we once had alive. As the years passed, the distance between us grew, not just physically but emotionally. We became strangers in each other's lives, aware of the major milestones, but disconnected from the everyday moments. When our parents passed away, it was a wake-up call for both of us. We realized how much time we had lost, how many opportunities we had missed to be there for each other. The regret of unspoken words. One of my deepest regrets is the things left unsaid between us. There were so many moments when I could have reached out, could have told him how much he meant to me, how proud I was of him, and how much I valued our relationship. But I didn't. I assumed there would always be time, that he knew how I felt without me having to say it. But the truth is, We should never assume that the people we love know how we feel. Words matter, and expressing our love and appreciation is one of the most important things we can do. It's something I wish I had done more often, not just with my brother, but with all of my family members. Cherishing family while there's still time. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that family is irreplaceable. The bonds we share with our parents, siblings, and children are unique, and they deserve to be cherished and nurtured. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life, to let weeks, months, and even years go by without making the effort to connect. But those are the moments we can never get back. I've made it a priority in recent years to reconnect with my family, to make the time for visits, phone calls, and meaningful conversations. It's not always easy, especially when old wounds or unresolved issues linger. But it's worth the effort, because in the end, it's our relationships with our family that matter most. They are the ones who have known us the longest, who have been there through the highs and lows, and who will continue to be a part of our lives no matter what. Closing reflection. Learning from the love that slipped away. As I reflect on the love that slipped away, whether in romantic relationships, friendships, or family ties, I am reminded of the importance of cherishing the people in our lives. Relationships are fragile, and they require time, attention, and care. It's easy to let them slip away, to assume that there will always be time to reconnect, to express our love, and to be present. But the truth is, time is not infinite, and once a relationship is lost, it's often difficult, if not impossible, to regain what was lost. But rather than dwell on the regrets, I choose to learn from them. I choose to take the lessons I've learned and apply them to the relationships I have now. I choose to be more present, more attentive, and more willing to express my love and appreciation for the people in my life. Because in the end, it's not the things we accomplish or the material possessions we accumulate that matter. It's the relationships we build and the love we share. So, if there's someone in your life that you've lost touch with, someone you've been meaning to reach out to, I encourage you to do it now. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because that moment may never come. Pick up the phone, write a letter, or send a message. Let them know that you're thinking of them, that you care, and that you're grateful for the role they've played in your life. Because in the end, it's the love we give and receive that truly defines our lives. And while we may not be able to go back and change the past, we can choose to make the most of the present and to build a future filled with love, connection, and cherished relationships. Remember, it's never too late to rekindle a relationship, to mend a broken bond, or to express your love for someone who matters to you. The love that slipped away doesn't have to be lost forever. It can be the catalyst for a renewed commitment to the people who matter most in your life. So, take that first step and let love guide you on the journey ahead. Chapter 3. The health I took for granted. The cost of neglect. If there's one regret that has persisted like an unwelcome shadow throughout my life, it's the way I treated my health during my younger years. Reflecting now, with the clarity that only comes with age, I see the myriad ways I took my physical and mental well-being for granted. It's a tale of youthful invincibility overshadowed by the immediacy of career ambitions, social engagements, and the relentless pursuit of personal goals. The youthful belief in our own immortality often blinds us to the crucial role that health plays in our happiness and longevity. The cost of neglect, however, becomes glaringly apparent in the twilight of our years. The false assurance of youth. Youth often brings with it a sense of invulnerability, a belief that we can defy the natural limits of our bodies and minds. I remember my younger self, brimming with energy and optimism, convinced that health was a given rather than something that required maintenance. I worked long hours, indulged in unhealthy eating habits, and ignored the occasional signs of fatigue, thinking that I could simply bounce back. This mindset, shared by many, is akin to walking a tightrope without a safety net. The illusion of eternal vitality led me to overlook the importance of nurturing my physical and mental health. The physical toll. As the years went by, the consequences of this neglect began to manifest. The chronic fatigue, the persistent back pain, and the occasional bouts of illness were not just minor inconveniences. they were the results of years of disregarding my body's needs. It was a stark reminder that our bodies are not indestructible. They require care, respect, and, most importantly, attention. I recall a period when I was consumed by work, often skipping meals or grabbing unhealthy snacks on the go. Exercise was a distant memory, replaced by sedentary work habits. It wasn't until a significant health scare, a high blood pressure diagnosis, that I was forced to confront the reality of my lifestyle choices. It was a wake-up call, one that jolted me into realizing that neglecting my physical health had tangible, long-term consequences. Realizing the importance of physical wellness. The journey to rectifying my health was not immediate, nor was it easy. It involved a fundamental shift in mindset and habits. I had to accept that prioritizing my well-being was not a luxury but a necessity. It meant integrating exercise into my daily routine, making conscious dietary choices, and learning to listen to my body's signals. Each step forward was a testament to the fact that it's never too late to start taking care of oneself. Mental well-being, an overlooked aspect. Mental health, too, was an area where I faltered. The stress of managing a demanding job, personal responsibilities, and social expectations took a toll on my mental well-being. I often dismissed feelings of anxiety and burnout as temporary inconveniences, failing to address them adequately. The long-term effects of this neglect became evident as I experienced chronic stress and a growing sense of emotional exhaustion. The realization that mental health is as crucial as physical health was a hard-learned lesson. The stigma surrounding mental health issues often led me to avoid seeking help or talking about my struggles. It wasn't until I began experiencing severe anxiety and depression that I understood the importance of mental wellness and sought professional help. The journey to mental wellness. Embracing mental health as a priority involved several steps. I began by seeking therapy, which provided a safe space to explore and address my emotional challenges. Engaging in mindfulness practices, such as meditation and journaling, helped me manage stress and gain perspective. The process of healing was gradual but profoundly transformative, highlighting the interconnectedness of mental and physical health. Lifestyle choices, the long-term impact. The lifestyle choices we make, whether concerning diet, exercise, sleep, or stress management, have lasting effects on our health. In my case, the habits I formed in my younger years set the stage for the health issues I face later in life. The importance of adopting a balanced lifestyle became evident as I worked towards improving my well-being. Diet and exercise. One of the first changes I made was to overhaul my diet. I shifted from convenience foods to a diet rich in whole, nutritious ingredients. Incorporating regular exercise into my routine was equally crucial. I discovered the benefits of various forms of physical activity, from walking and swimming to strength training and yoga. Each form of exercise contributed to my overall health and well-being, reinforcing the idea that maintaining an active lifestyle is essential for longevity. Sleep and stress management. Sleep, often overlooked, became a focus of my lifestyle changes. I established a consistent sleep schedule, creating a restful environment that promoted quality sleep. Stress management, too, was vital. I learned to identify stressors, set boundaries, and engage in relaxation techniques. These changes not only improved my physical health, but also contributed to better mental and emotional well-being. The power of prevention. One of the most valuable lessons I've learned is the power of prevention. Preventive measures, such as regular checkups, screenings, and vaccinations, are essential for maintaining health and preventing illness. I began scheduling regular medical appointments and staying informed about preventive health measures. This proactive approach allowed me to address potential issues before they became significant problems. The role of regular check-ups. Regular checkups became a cornerstone of my health management strategy. Engaging with healthcare professionals helped me stay informed about my health status and address any concerns promptly. Preventive screenings, such as blood tests and cholesterol checks, provided valuable insights into my health and allowed for early intervention when necessary. Embracing self-care. Self-care emerged as a crucial practice in my journey to better health. Self-care is not merely about indulgence, but about recognizing and honoring one's needs. It involves engaging in activities that bring joy, relaxation, and fulfillment. For me, self-care included hobbies, creative pursuits, and spending quality time with loved ones. It was a way to recharge and maintain a sense of balance in my life. Creating a self-care routine. Establishing a self-care routine involved identifying activities that nurtured my well-being. This included setting aside time for activities that I enjoyed, such as reading, gardening, and spending time in nature. Engaging in self-care practices became a regular part of my routine, contributing to my overall health and happiness. The journey towards better health has taught me several valuable lessons. Health is a precious gift. Health is not an unending resource, but a precious gift that requires care and attention. Prioritizing well-being is essential for a fulfilling and vibrant life. Prevention is key. Preventive measures, such as regular checkups and healthy lifestyle choices, are crucial for maintaining health and preventing illness. Proactive care can make a significant difference in long-term well-being. Mental and physical health are interconnected. Mental and physical health are deeply interconnected. Addressing both aspects is essential for overall well-being. Self-care is essential. Self-care is not a luxury but a necessity. Engaging in activities that bring joy and relaxation is vital for maintaining balance and fulfillment. It's never too late to change. Even if you've neglected your health in the past, it's never too late to make positive changes. Embracing a healthier lifestyle can lead to significant improvements in well-being. Looking forward. As I look ahead, I'm committed to continuing my journey of health and wellness. The lessons learned from my past experiences have instilled a profound respect for my body and mind. I approach each day with intention, making choices that support my well-being and contribute to a fulfilling life. I encourage readers to reflect on their own health and well-being, recognizing the value of proactive care and self-awareness. By embracing a holistic approach to health and making mindful choices, we can create a future that is vibrant, balanced, and fulfilling. In the end, the journey to health is not just about avoiding illness, but about living with vitality and joy. It's about honoring the gift of life and making the most of every moment. By prioritizing our health, we lay the foundation for a future that is rich in experiences and full of possibility. A call to action. In this chapter, I've shared my reflections on the importance of health and the consequences of neglecting it. My hope is that these reflections resonate with you and inspire you to take proactive steps towards better health. Remember that health is a journey, not a destination. It requires ongoing attention, care, and commitment. Take the time to evaluate your own health and make positive changes that support your well-being. Embrace a lifestyle that prioritizes physical and mental health and recognize the importance of preventive care. By doing so, you'll be investing in a future that is full of vitality, joy, and endless possibilities. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us remember that our health is our greatest asset. By honoring and nurturing it, we pave the way for a life that is not only longer but also richer and more fulfilling. The journey to better health begins with a single step, and each step we take brings us closer to a life of well-being and happiness. Chapter 4. The Wealth I Didn't Build. The mirage of prosperity. There is a certain melancholy that accompanies reflections on the wealth one didn't build. A sense of unfulfilled potential and missed opportunities that can weigh heavily on the soul. In my younger years, I was like many others, driven by the pursuit of immediate pleasures and short-term gains, often at the expense of long-term financial security. The result? A patchwork quilt of financial missteps and missed opportunities that now serves as a reminder of the importance of thoughtful planning and prudent decision-making. This chapter is a deep dive into the regrets surrounding financial matters, exploring the lessons learned and the wisdom gained from a lifetime of financial choices, or lack thereof. The illusion of immediate gratification. In my early adulthood, the allure of immediate gratification was strong. It was an era characterized by consumerism and a culture that glorified spending. Credit cards became a gateway to instant pleasures, and the allure of new gadgets, fashionable clothing, and extravagant vacations was hard to resist. The notion of saving for the future seemed distant and abstract, overshadowed by the excitement of living in the present. The thrill of acquiring new things often drowned out the quiet voice of financial prudence. The downside of consumerism. The cycle of spending and borrowing, driven by the desire to keep up with peers and indulge in momentary luxuries, left me with a growing pile of debt and a dwindling savings account. The impact of this consumerist mindset was not immediate but gradually became apparent over time. The financial strain of managing debt, coupled with the lack of a safety net for emergencies or future goals, created a precarious situation that became increasingly difficult to navigate. Missed opportunities for saving and investing. One of the most significant regrets I harbor is the missed opportunities for saving and investing wisely. In the prime of my career, I was focused on earning more and spending more, often neglecting the crucial task of building a solid financial foundation. The concept of investing seemed intimidating and complex, a realm reserved for those with specialized knowledge or substantial capital. As a result, I missed out on the chance to grow my wealth through investments, and the long-term benefits of compound interest became a distant dream. The value of early investing. Reflecting now, I realize the profound impact that early investing could have had on my financial situation. The power of compound interest, where the returns on investments generate their own returns, underscores the importance of starting early. Even modest investments made consistently over time can grow into substantial sums. The missed opportunity to take advantage of this principle is a poignant reminder of the importance of early and strategic investing. The temptation of lifestyle inflation. Another financial pitfall I encountered was lifestyle inflation, a phenomenon where increased earnings lead to increased spending. As my income grew, so did my expenses. The temptation to upgrade my lifestyle with each salary increase, rather than directing those additional funds towards savings or investments, created a cycle of inflated living standards that was difficult to break. The notion of living below one's means and prioritizing financial goals over immediate comforts became a lesson learned too late. Breaking free from lifestyle inflation. Breaking free from the cycle of lifestyle inflation requires conscious effort and a shift in mindset. It involves recognizing the value of financial discipline and making deliberate choices to prioritize savings and investments over unnecessary expenditures. This shift can be challenging, especially when societal norms and peer pressure encourage extravagant spending. However, the long-term rewards of financial security and independence far outweigh the temporary satisfaction of immediate indulgences. The importance of financial planning. One of the most glaring gaps in my financial journey was the lack of structured planning. Without a clear financial plan or goals, it was easy to drift aimlessly, reacting to immediate needs rather than proactively preparing for the future. The absence of a comprehensive financial strategy contributed to missed opportunities for growth and security. Creating a financial plan. Creating a financial plan involves setting clear goals, budgeting effectively, and making informed decisions about saving and investing. It requires an understanding of one's financial situation, including income, expenses, and debt. Establishing a budget helps manage day-to-day expenses while directing surplus funds towards savings and investments. A well-crafted financial plan also includes long-term goals, such as retirement savings and major life milestones, providing a roadmap for achieving financial stability and success. The regret of insufficient retirement planning. Retirement planning is another area where I faced significant regrets. The prospect of retirement seemed far off during the early stages of my career, leading to a lack of urgency in preparing for it. The result was a retirement plan that fell short of my expectations and left me grappling with the financial implications of an unplanned future. The importance of retirement savings. The importance of retirement savings cannot be overstated. It is essential to start saving for retirement as early as possible to build a sufficient nest egg. Contributing to retirement accounts, such as 401(k)s or IRAs, allows for tax advantages and long-term growth. Regularly reviewing and adjusting retirement plans ensures that savings align with changing goals and financial circumstances. The earlier one starts, the more time there is for investments to grow and compound, leading to greater financial security in retirement. The impact of financial priorities on relationships. Financial decisions do not exist in isolation. They impact relationships and overall quality of life. The stress of financial instability can strain relationships, creating tension and conflict. My own experiences highlighted how financial mismanagement affected not only my own well-being, but also the dynamics of my relationships with family and loved ones. Balancing financial goals and relationships. Balancing financial goals with relationships involves open communication and shared planning. Discussing financial matters with partners and family members helps align goals and expectations, reducing the potential for conflict. Collaborative financial planning allows for mutual support in achieving financial objectives while maintaining healthy relationships. It also fosters a sense of shared responsibility and accountability, contributing to overall financial and emotional well-being. Legacy planning. The importance of financial security. Legacy planning is an often overlooked aspect of financial management. Ensuring that one's assets are distributed according to their wishes and that loved ones are provided for is a crucial component of financial planning. The lack of adequate legacy planning can lead to complications and uncertainties for heirs, adding to the weight of financial regrets. Creating a legacy plan. Creating a legacy plan involves making decisions about the distribution of assets, establishing trusts, and addressing estate taxes. It requires careful consideration of one's wishes and the potential impact on beneficiaries. Working with financial advisors and legal professionals can help navigate the complexities of legacy planning and ensure that one's intentions are carried out effectively. A well-structured legacy plan provides peace of mind and contributes to a lasting positive impact on loved ones. The lessons learned. Reflecting on my financial journey, several key lessons stand out. 1. The value of early planning. Early and proactive financial planning is essential for long-term success. Starting early allows for the benefits of compound growth and provides a solid foundation for future financial stability. 2. The impact of lifestyle choices. Lifestyle inflation and consumerism can undermine financial goals. Prioritizing savings and investments over immediate pleasures leads to greater financial security and independence. 3. The importance of retirement savings. Saving for retirement should be a priority from the start of one's career. Regular contributions to retirement accounts and careful planning ensure a comfortable and secure retirement. 4. The role of financial planning in relationships. Financial decisions impact relationships and overall well-being. Open communication and shared planning contribute to healthier relationships and financial harmony. 5. The need for legacy planning. Legacy planning is crucial for ensuring that assets are distributed according to one's wishes and that loved ones are provided for. A well-structured legacy plan provides peace of mind and a positive impact on future generations. Looking forward. As I look toward the future, I am committed to applying the lessons learned from my financial journey. Embracing a mindset of financial discipline, strategic planning, and proactive management is key to achieving lasting success and security. I encourage readers to reflect on their own financial practices and make informed decisions that support long-term well-being. Financial management is not merely about accumulating wealth, but about creating a foundation for a fulfilling and secure future. By prioritizing financial planning, avoiding pitfalls of consumerism and lifestyle inflation, and embracing legacy planning, we can build a future that is rich in both financial stability and personal fulfillment. A call to action. In this chapter, I've shared my reflections on the regrets and lessons learned from my financial journey. My hope is that these insights resonate with you and inspire you to take proactive steps toward financial security. Remember that financial success is not a destination but a continuous journey that requires thoughtful planning and disciplined action. Take the time to evaluate your financial situation, set clear goals, and create a plan that aligns with your long-term objectives. By making informed decisions and embracing financial discipline, you can build a future that is secure, fulfilling, and rich with possibilities. As we navigate the complexities of financial management, let us remember that our financial choices shape not only our own lives, but also the lives of those we care about. By prioritizing financial well-being and planning for the future, we lay the groundwork for a legacy that is defined by security, prosperity, and a positive impact on future generations. Chapter 5. The Words I Left Unsaid. The silent weight of unspoken words. As I look back on my life, I find that the heaviest burdens often came not from what was done, but from what was left unsaid. Words have immense power. They can heal wounds, bridge divides, and strengthen connections. Yet, it is the unspoken words, the sentiments left unexpressed, that often become our most profound regrets. This chapter explores the emotional landscape of silence, examining the impact of unspoken truths, the pain of withheld forgiveness, and the regret of not expressing love and gratitude more openly. Unspoken truths, the emotional costs of silence. There are moments in life when words become fragile vessels of truth, waiting to be spoken. Yet, for various reasons, fear, pride, or simply the passing of time, these words remain unspoken. The emotional toll of holding back truths can be profound, affecting relationships and personal well-being. The weight of untold truths. One of the most poignant regrets in my life involves truths I held back, fearing their potential impact on my relationships. There were conversations I avoided, feelings I concealed, and truths I didn't share. In the short term, silence may seem like the easier path, avoiding conflict and discomfort. However, in the long run, it can create emotional distance and unresolved tension that lingers like a shadow. For instance, there were times I hesitated to voice my concerns or express my needs, thinking it would burden others or disrupt the harmony of a relationship. The result was a gradual buildup of unresolved issues, leaving me with a deep sense of regret and emotional distance from those I cared about. The unspoken truths became barriers, preventing genuine connection and understanding. The role of fear and vulnerability. Fear is often at the root of unspoken truths. The fear of rejection, judgment, or conflict can keep us from expressing our innermost thoughts and feelings. Vulnerability, though essential for deep connections, can be intimidating. Yet, it is through vulnerability that we open the door to authentic communication and understanding. Reflecting on my own experiences, I realized that the fear of vulnerability often outweighed the potential benefits of speaking up. The result was a series of missed opportunities for deeper connection and resolution. Embracing vulnerability and overcoming the fear of judgment is crucial for fostering meaningful relationships and addressing unresolved issues. Forgiveness and reconciliation. The cost of withheld forgiveness. Forgiveness is a powerful act that can heal wounds and mend relationships. However, there were times when I withheld forgiveness, whether out of stubbornness, anger, or a belief that the other person needed to make the first move. The impact of withholding forgiveness extends beyond the immediate situation, affecting one's emotional well-being and the quality of relationships. The impact of holding on to grudges. Holding on to grudges can be emotionally draining and damaging to one's overall health. It creates a constant state of negativity and resentment that can affect every aspect of life. I found that the energy spent harboring anger and resentment was far greater than the effort required to extend forgiveness and move forward. In my own life, there were moments when I let pride and hurt overshadow the importance of forgiveness. The decision to hold on to grudges prevented healing and reconciliation, creating emotional barriers that were difficult to overcome. The regret of not addressing these issues sooner and the lasting impact on relationships serve as a reminder of the importance of forgiveness. The power of reconciliation. Reconciliation is not only about forgiving others, but also about seeking forgiveness for oneself. It involves acknowledging mistakes, taking responsibility, and making amends. The process of reconciliation can be challenging, requiring humility and openness. However, the rewards, restored relationships, and inner peace are invaluable. I have learned that reconciliation requires effort from both parties involved. It involves honest communication, active listening, and a willingness to understand each other's perspectives. The journey of reconciliation may not always result in immediate resolution, but it sets the stage for healing and growth. Expressions of love and gratitude. The regret of unspoken affection. Love and gratitude are emotions that enrich our lives and relationships. However, the regret of not expressing these feelings more openly can be a profound source of sorrow. We often assume that our loved ones know how much they mean to us, but verbalizing these emotions can have a powerful impact. The importance of verbalizing affection. In my own life, there were times when I took loved ones for granted, assuming they knew how much I cared. The act of expressing love and gratitude is not just about the words themselves, but about the emotional connection they create. Verbalizing affection strengthens relationships, reinforces bonds, and provides reassurance. Reflecting on my past, I realized there were missed opportunities to express my appreciation and love. Small gestures, saying "I love you, thank you," or "I appreciate you," can have a significant impact. The regret of not taking these opportunities to acknowledge the people who mattered most is a reminder of the importance of expressing our feelings openly. The ripple effect of gratitude. Gratitude has a ripple effect that extends beyond the immediate relationship. Expressing appreciation not only benefits the recipient, but also fosters a positive atmosphere and reinforces the value of the relationship. The act of giving thanks can create a cycle of positivity and encouragement, enriching both personal and professional connections. In my life, I have witnessed the positive impact of expressing gratitude, both in my relationships and in my own sense of well-being. The simple act of acknowledging and appreciating others can create a ripple effect of kindness and goodwill, enhancing the quality of our interactions and fostering a supportive environment. Lessons learned from unspoken words. As I reflect on the weight of unspoken words, several key lessons emerge. 1. The value of honest communication. Honest and open communication is essential for building and maintaining strong relationships. Avoiding difficult conversations or withholding truths can create emotional distance and unresolved issues. 2. The importance of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a powerful tool for healing and reconciliation. Holding on to grudges and resentment can have a lasting impact on one's emotional well-being and relationships. Embracing forgiveness leads to greater peace and connection. 3. The power of expressing love and gratitude. Verbalizing love and appreciation strengthens relationships and fosters a positive environment. Small gestures of affection and gratitude can have a profound impact on the quality of our connections. 4. The need for vulnerability. Vulnerability is a key component of authentic communication. Overcoming the fear of judgment and embracing vulnerability allows for deeper connections and more meaningful relationships. 5. The role of reflection in personal growth. Reflecting on past regrets and missed opportunities provides valuable insights for personal growth. Understanding the impact of unspoken words helps us make more intentional and conscious choices in our relationships. 6. Moving forward, embracing open communication. As I move forward, I am committed to embracing open communication and addressing unspoken words with courage and authenticity. The lessons learned from past regrets guide me in fostering deeper connections and creating a more fulfilling and emotionally rich life. I encourage readers to reflect on their own experiences with unspoken words and consider the impact of open communication in their relationships. Take the time to express love, extend forgiveness, and communicate honestly with those who matter most. By embracing these practices, we can build stronger connections, heal wounds, and create a more meaningful and fulfilling life. A call to speak your truth. In this chapter, I have explored the weight of unspoken words and the impact of holding back emotions, forgiveness, and expressions of love and gratitude. My hope is that these reflections inspire you to address the unspoken truths in your own life and to embrace open and honest communication. Remember that words have the power to heal, connect, and transform. By speaking your truth, expressing your feelings, and extending forgiveness, you create a foundation for stronger relationships and a more fulfilling life. Let the lessons learned from past regrets guide you in making choices that foster deeper connections and meaningful interactions. As we navigate the complexities of relationships and communication, let us remember the importance of speaking our truth and expressing our feelings. By doing so, we create a life enriched with authenticity, connection, and love. Chapter 6. The Risks I Didn't Take. The shadow of untried paths. Risk. It's a word that carries a complex and often intimidating weight. In my journey through life, I've encountered countless opportunities where taking a risk could have led to profound change or growth. Yet, too often, I chose the safety of the familiar over the excitement of the unknown. As I reflect on my life at 70, I find that some of my most poignant regrets revolve around the risks I didn't take, the adventures I didn't embrace, and the opportunities one let slip by. This chapter delves into the fears that held me back, the comfort zones that stifled my growth, and the lingering what-ifs that still echo in my mind. Fear of failure, the chains of self-doubt, the paralyzing grip of fear. Fear of failure is a powerful force that can be paralyzing. I vividly recall the many times I hesitated to take a leap, fearing the consequences of failure more than the potential rewards of success. Whether it was pursuing a new career path, starting a business, or even making a bold personal decision, fear often won out over courage. The potential for failure loomed large, casting a shadow over my ambitions and dreams. The irony of fear is that it often creates its own reality. By avoiding risks, I inadvertently stifled my growth and limited my experiences. The fear of failure became a self-fulfilling prophecy, preventing me from exploring new possibilities and reaching my full potential. Embracing the unknown. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that failure is not the end but a step on the path to success. The most transformative experiences often come from stepping outside our comfort zones and confronting our fears head-on. Embracing the unknown requires a shift in mindset, from viewing failure as a threat to seeing it as a valuable learning experience. In hindsight, I realized that many of my fears were unfounded or exaggerated. The risks I avoided often turned out to be less daunting than I anticipated. By challenging my fears and taking calculated risks, I could have unlocked new opportunities and experiences that would have enriched my life. Stories of regret and reflection. Let me share a few stories that illustrate the impact of fear on my life. There was a time when I was presented with a chance to invest in a promising startup. The potential for high returns was exhilarating, but the fear of losing my savings held me back. Instead, I chose the safety of a traditional investment. Looking back, I see that the startup went on to become a major success. My fear of failure prevented me from taking a risk that could have changed my financial trajectory and broadened my horizons. Another instance involved pursuing a long-held dream of starting my own business. The idea was exhilarating, but the fear of failure and the uncertainty of leaving a stable job kept me from taking the plunge. In retrospect, I realized that this missed opportunity was not just about financial loss, but about the chance to explore my passions and build something meaningful. Comfort zones, the illusion of safety, the allure of the familiar. Comfort zones are seductive. They offer a sense of security and predictability that is hard to leave behind. I often found myself clinging to the familiar, even when it became clear that it was stifling my growth. The comfort of routine can be deceptive, masking the potential for stagnation and missed opportunities. The dangers of staying put. Staying within our comfort zones can lead to complacency and missed chances for growth. While the familiar may feel safe, it can also be limiting. I have learned that true growth often occurs when we push beyond our comfort zones and confront new challenges. In my own life, there were times when I chose the path of least resistance, sticking with what was comfortable rather than venturing into the unknown. This tendency to stay within my comfort zone often resulted in missed opportunities for advancement and personal development. Breaking free from the comfort zone. Breaking free from the comfort zone requires courage and a willingness to embrace uncertainty. It involves recognizing that growth and innovation often come from taking risks and exploring new possibilities. One of the most liberating experiences is realizing that the comfort zone is not a permanent refuge, but a temporary state that can be expanded and redefined. In reflecting on my own journey, I recognize that many of the most rewarding experiences came from stepping outside my comfort zone. Embracing new challenges, whether in my career or personal life, allowed me to grow and discover new aspects of myself. The key is to approach these challenges with an open mind and a willingness to learn from the experience. What ifs? The lingering thoughts of missed opportunities. The regret of missed chances. The what ifs are a common source of regret. They represent the opportunities we didn't seize, the risks we didn't take, and the paths we didn't follow. I often find myself pondering the what ifs of my life, wondering how different my journey might have been if I had taken certain risks. These reflections can be both a source of regret and a catalyst for growth. While it's easy to dwell on missed opportunities, it's important to use these reflections as motivation for future actions. Understanding the impact of missed chances can help us make more informed decisions and take bolder steps in the future. Transforming regret into motivation. Rather than being paralyzed by regret, I've learned to use it as a source of motivation. Reflecting on missed opportunities has encouraged me to take more calculated risks and embrace new challenges. The key is to channel regret into positive action, using it as a driving force for growth and exploration. One example of this transformation involved revisiting a long-held dream of traveling the world. Although I had previously avoided taking the risk due to financial and logistical concerns, reflecting on my regrets motivated me to take action. I began planning trips and exploring new destinations, turning my what-ifs into exciting realities. Embracing new opportunities. The process of embracing new opportunities requires a mindset shift. It involves letting go of the fear of failure and focusing on the potential for growth and fulfillment. By acknowledging the lessons learned from past regrets, we can approach new opportunities with a sense of purpose and excitement. In my own life, embracing new opportunities has led to some of the most rewarding experiences. Whether it was pursuing a new career path, exploring a new hobby, or taking on a personal challenge, stepping outside my comfort zone has opened doors to new possibilities and enriched my life. Lessons learned from taking risks. As I reflect on the risks I didn't take and the missed opportunities, several key lessons emerge. 1. The importance of courage. Taking risks requires courage and a willingness to embrace uncertainty. While fear and doubt are natural, they should not be obstacles to pursuing new opportunities and experiences. 2. The value of growth. Growth often comes from stepping outside our comfort zones and confronting new challenges. By embracing risks, we open ourselves up to new experiences and personal development. 3. The power of reflection. Reflecting on past regrets can provide valuable insights and motivation for future actions. Understanding the impact of missed opportunities helps us make more informed decisions and take bolder steps. 4. The role of mindset. Adopting a growth mindset and viewing risks as opportunities for learning and growth can transform our approach to challenges. Embracing this mindset allows us to navigate uncertainty with confidence and resilience. 5. The reward of action. Taking action, even in the face of uncertainty, can lead to rewarding experiences and personal fulfillment. By acting on our aspirations and dreams, we create a life filled with purpose and excitement. Moving forward, embracing risk and growth. As I move forward in my life, I am committed to embracing risk and pursuing new opportunities with renewed vigor. The lessons learned from past regrets guide me in approaching challenges with a sense of purpose and adventure. I encourage readers to reflect on their own experiences with risk and to consider the opportunities that await them. Embracing risk involves taking bold steps and challenging ourselves to grow. By confronting our fears and stepping outside our comfort zones, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and experiences. Let the lessons of the past inspire you to take action and create a life filled with growth and fulfillment. The courage to take risks. In this chapter, I have explored the impact of the risks I didn't take, the comfort zones that limited my growth, and the lingering what-ifs that continue to resonate in my mind. My hope is that these reflections inspire you to embrace risk and pursue new opportunities with courage and enthusiasm. Remember that taking risks is not about seeking validation or avoiding failure, but about embracing growth and exploration. By stepping outside your comfort zone and confronting new challenges, you create a life enriched with experiences, learning, and fulfillment. Let the lessons learned from past regrets guide you in making bold choices and embracing the adventures that await you. As you navigate the complexities of life, embrace the courage to take risks and seize opportunities. By doing so, you create a path filled with growth, excitement, and a sense of purpose. Chapter 7. The Adventures I Missed. The Call of Unfulfilled Wanderlust. As I look back over the span of my life, I find that some of my most poignant regrets are tied to the adventures I missed, places I never visited, experiences I never had, and the spontaneity I stifled in favor of responsibility and routine. In our youth, it is all too easy to become ensnared in the trappings of daily life and the responsibilities that come with it. The promises of adventure, often left unfulfilled, whisper to us from the recesses of our minds, begging for recognition and reflection. The idea of adventure can seem frivolous or distant when weighed against the immediacy of our daily obligations. Yet, as I reach the twilight of my years, the longing for those missed adventures remains a profound and vivid part of my reflections. This chapter explores the adventures I didn't take, the joys I deferred, and the call of the unknown that I too often ignored. It is a journey of regret and realization, but also of understanding and redemption. Travel regrets, the places never visited. The allure of distant horizons. Travel is often romanticized as the epitome of adventure, a chance to explore new landscapes, immerse ourselves in different cultures, and broaden our horizons. I vividly remember the sense of wonder I felt at the prospect of seeing the world. Yet, despite these dreams, many destinations remained out of reach, overshadowed by the practicality of daily life and the weight of responsibilities. There was always a reason to postpone that trip to Paris, the journey through the Himalayas, or the beach vacation in the Maldives. Financial constraints, work obligations, and family responsibilities seemed to conspire against my wanderlust. Each time I pushed the idea of travel aside, it felt like a personal failure, a missed opportunity to embrace the broader world. The impact of procrastination. Procrastination is a subtle thief of time. I often found myself saying, "I'll do it next year," or "when I retire, I'll finally take that trip." What I failed to grasp then was that time waits for no one, and the best opportunities for adventure can slip away when we delay our dreams. I recall a particular instance when I had the chance to join a group of friends on a European tour. It was a spur-of-the-moment decision they made, but I hesitated, thinking I needed to save more money and finish some work projects. My hesitation meant missing out on shared experiences, new friendships, and the unique memories that come from such adventures. The regret of unseen wonders. Reflecting on the wonders of the world that I never experienced firsthand fills me with a bittersweet sense of regret. From the ancient ruins of Machu Picchu to the vibrant markets of Marrakesh, there were countless places that promised both awe and education. The allure of these destinations was not just in their visual beauty, but in the potential for personal growth and transformation. One specific regret was missing the opportunity to visit Japan during cherry blossom season. The chance to witness this natural spectacle, to experience the culture and tranquility, was a fleeting opportunity that I let pass. The regret isn't just in the missed sight, but in the moments of connection and learning that could have enriched my life. Lessons in the importance of travel. Despite the regrets, the importance of travel is clear. It is not merely about seeing new places, but about the experiences that broaden our perspectives and enrich our understanding of the world. Travel teaches us about diversity, humility, and the interconnectedness of humanity. Each adventure, whether near or far, offers a chance to grow and to engage with life on a deeper level. The lesson here is not to dwell on missed opportunities, but to recognize the value of embracing travel and exploration while we can. It's a reminder that the world is vast and full of experiences waiting to be discovered. Lost moments of joy, sacrificing pleasure for practicality. The balance between responsibility and joy. In the pursuit of stability and practicality, I often sacrificed moments of joy and spontaneity. The responsibilities of work, family, and financial obligations can overshadow the desire for simple pleasures and experiences. The balance between duty and joy is a delicate one, and I often lean too heavily towards the former. I remember choosing to forego a spontaneous road trip with friends to focus on a pressing work project. At the time, it felt like a responsible decision, but in hindsight, I recognized that the joy and connection I missed out on were invaluable. These moments of unplanned joy can offer profound satisfaction and a break from the routine that fuels creativity and happiness. The consequences of sacrificing joy. Sacrificing joy for practicality can lead to a life that, while stable, is also devoid of the rich, memorable experiences that make life truly fulfilling. I found that focusing solely on responsibilities without allowing room for spontaneous joy often led to a sense of dissatisfaction and longing. One notable instance was missing a chance to attend a music festival with my family. The festival was a celebration of life and music, and the opportunity to bond with my loved ones in such a vibrant setting was a rare one. Choosing work over this joyous occasion resulted in a missed chance to create lasting memories and enjoy the simple pleasures of life. Reclaiming moments of joy. Reclaiming joy involves recognizing the importance of balance and allowing ourselves the freedom to embrace spontaneous experiences. It means understanding that joy and responsibility are not mutually exclusive but can coexist harmoniously. In recent years, I've made a conscious effort to prioritize moments of joy. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a spontaneous dinner with friends, or simply taking time to enjoy a hobby, these experiences have become essential to my well-being. The key is to integrate joy into our lives without feeling guilty or neglecting our responsibilities. Encouragement to seek joy. I encourage readers to seek out and embrace moments of joy. Life's pleasures are not just distractions from our responsibilities, but integral to our overall happiness and fulfillment. By finding a balance between duty and delight, we enrich our lives and create a more vibrant and meaningful existence. The call of the unknown, the deep longing for adventure. The inner urge for exploration. The call of the unknown is a powerful force, a deep-seated longing for adventure and exploration that resides within us all. This urge to venture beyond the familiar can be both exhilarating and daunting. For many, including myself, it's a call that is often muted by the demands of daily life and the fear of the unfamiliar. Reflecting on the adventures I missed, I recognized that the call of the unknown was a constant companion, nudging me towards new experiences and opportunities. It's a reminder that life is not just about meeting obligations, but also about embracing the adventures that await us. The struggle between comfort and adventure. The struggle between comfort and adventure is a common one. The familiar routines of daily life offer security and predictability, while the unknown presents uncertainty and risk. Choosing the comfort of the known over the excitement of the unknown can lead to missed opportunities for growth and discovery. I faced this struggle numerous times, opting for the comfort of routine rather than stepping into the unknown. For instance, I had the chance to join a volunteer program in a remote part of the world. The idea was thrilling, but the fear of the unknown and the discomfort of leaving my routine behind led me to decline the opportunity. In hindsight, I realized that embracing the unknown could have led to profound personal growth and unforgettable experiences. Embracing the adventure. Embracing adventure requires a willingness to step outside our comfort zones and confront the uncertainties of life. It involves a mindset shift from viewing the unknown as a threat to seeing it as an opportunity for growth and discovery. To fully embrace adventure, it's important to approach new experiences with an open mind and a sense of curiosity. By taking the leap into the unknown, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and enrich our lives in ways we could never have anticipated. Inspiration to follow the call of adventure. I encourage readers to listen to the call of the unknown and to embrace the adventures that come their way. The call of adventure is a reminder that life is meant to be lived fully and that the most rewarding experiences often come from stepping outside our comfort zones. Whether it's a new career path, a spontaneous trip, or a personal challenge, answering the call of adventure can lead to a life filled with excitement, growth, and fulfillment. Don't let fear or hesitation hold you back from exploring the unknown and discovering the possibilities that await you. Embracing the adventures that await. As I reflect on the adventures I missed and the joys I sacrificed for practicality, I am reminded of the importance of embracing the unknown and seeking out moments of spontaneity and joy. The regrets of missed adventures serve as a powerful reminder to live life with intention and to pursue the experiences that bring us fulfillment and happiness. The lessons learned from missed opportunities and the call of the unknown have inspired me to approach life with a renewed sense of adventure. I encourage you to reflect on your own missed adventures and to seek out new opportunities for growth and exploration. Life is a journey filled with possibilities, and by embracing adventure, we create a life rich with experiences, memories, and joy. In closing, remember that the adventures you seek are not just destinations but journeys of personal growth and discovery. Embrace the call of the unknown with courage and enthusiasm, and let the adventures that await you shape a life filled with excitement and fulfillment. Chapter 8. The Lessons I've Learned. Wisdom of the Years. As I reflect on the tapestry of my life, woven with threads of experiences, choices, and regrets, it becomes evident that the true value of these reflections lies in the wisdom they impart. Life's lessons are not always immediately apparent. Often, they only reveal themselves with the clarity that comes from time and experience. In this chapter, I aim to distill the essence of the lessons I've learned over the years, offering insights that may resonate with those who are still on their own journeys of discovery. The art of acceptance. One of the most profound lessons I've learned is the art of acceptance. Life, with its inherent unpredictability, often unfolds in ways that we do not anticipate or control. Accepting this fact and coming to terms with the things we cannot change is crucial for inner peace and personal growth. This lesson was hard-earned, often through moments of frustration and disappointment. I remember a particular time when my career did not progress as I had hoped. I had invested years of hard work into a path that, despite my efforts, seemed to lead nowhere. Initially, I resisted acceptance, clinging to the idea of what might have been if only things had gone differently. It took years for me to understand that acceptance was not about resignation, but about freeing myself from the burden of what-ifs and focusing on the present. This shift in perspective allowed me to find joy and purpose in other areas of my life. The importance of resilience. Resilience has been another cornerstone of my life's journey. Life's challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but how we respond to them defines our growth and character. I've faced numerous obstacles, both personal and professional, that seemed insurmountable at the time. Yet, each challenge taught me the importance of resilience and the strength that comes from perseverance. There was a period when I faced significant financial difficulties. It was a time of great stress and uncertainty, but it was also a time of profound personal growth. The experience taught me that resilience is not about never falling, but about rising every time we do. It's about adapting, learning, and moving forward, even when the path ahead seems unclear. The value of relationships. Throughout my life, I've come to appreciate the immense value of relationships. While career achievements and personal successes are important, it is the connections we form with others that truly enrich our lives. Friendships, family bonds, and romantic relationships provide support, joy, and meaning that cannot be measured in material terms. One of my most cherished lessons is the importance of nurturing relationships. I recall times when I was so consumed by work or other commitments that I neglected my relationships. It was only later that I realized how much I had missed by not investing time and effort into maintaining these connections. The joy of shared experiences, the comfort of knowing others care, and the support during difficult times are invaluable. The joy of simple pleasures. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to overlook the simple pleasures that bring joy and contentment. I've learned that happiness often lies in the everyday moments, a walk in the park, a shared meal with loved ones, or a quiet moment of reflection. These seemingly mundane activities are often the sources of true joy and fulfillment. I vividly remember a period when I was so focused on achieving big goals that I overlooked the simple joys of life. It was only when I slowed down and took time to savor the small moments that I realized their importance. Learning to appreciate these simple pleasures has brought a deep sense of contentment and balance to my life. The power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is another profound lesson that I've learned over the years. Holding on to grudges and past grievances only weighs us down and prevents us from moving forward. Forgiveness, both towards others and ourselves, is a powerful tool for healing and growth. I've experienced situations where grudges and misunderstandings created rifts in my relationships. It was only through the process of forgiveness, both giving and receiving, that I was able to mend these relationships and find peace. Forgiveness is not about forgetting or condoning past actions, but about freeing ourselves from the emotional burden that holds us back. Acceptance and peace. Finding peace with regrets. Acceptance of regrets is a crucial step towards finding peace. Regrets are a natural part of life, and they often serve as important lessons that guide us towards personal growth. Rather than viewing regrets as failures, I've learned to see them as opportunities for learning and self-improvement. There were times when I was consumed by regrets about missed opportunities or decisions I wished I had made differently. Over time, I learned that accepting these regrets and understanding their role in my journey allowed me to find peace. It's about acknowledging that while we cannot change the past, we can use our experiences to shape a better future. Embracing imperfection. Embracing imperfection is another vital aspect of finding peace. No one's life is perfect, and we all have areas where we fall short or make mistakes. Accepting our imperfections and learning to live with them is essential for inner peace and self-acceptance. I've had my share of imperfections and shortcomings, and I've learned that striving for perfection often leads to disappointment and frustration. Embracing imperfection means accepting ourselves as we are, with all our flaws and strengths. It's about recognizing that our imperfections make us human and that they contribute to our unique journey. Cultivating gratitude. Gratitude has been a powerful tool for finding peace and contentment. Focusing on the positive aspects of life, even amidst challenges and regrets, can shift our perspective and bring a sense of fulfillment. I've found that cultivating gratitude has helped me appreciate the richness of life and find joy in the present moment. I make it a practice to regularly reflect on the things I am grateful for, whether it's the support of loved ones, the beauty of nature, or the simple joys of daily life. This practice has brought a deeper sense of appreciation and has helped me navigate difficult times with a positive outlook. Advice to the younger self. Cherish the present moment. If I could offer advice to my younger self, it would be to cherish the present moment and fully engage with the here and now. It's easy to get caught up in planning for the future or dwelling on the past, but the present moment is where life truly unfolds. I spent much of my younger years focusing on future goals and achievements, often at the expense of enjoying the present. Reflecting on this, I realized that the moments we live in today are the ones we will remember most vividly. Embracing the present and making the most of each moment is essential for a fulfilling and meaningful life. Take risks and embrace change. Another piece of advice would be to take risks and embrace change. Fear of failure and uncertainty often holds us back from pursuing our passions and exploring new opportunities. Taking risks, even when they seem daunting, can lead to unexpected rewards and personal growth. I've learned that playing it safe often leads to missed opportunities and unfulfilled dreams. Embracing change and stepping outside of our comfort zones can open doors to new experiences and possibilities. It's through these risks that we often discover our true potential and find the path that aligns with our deepest desires. Nurture relationships and connections. Nurturing relationships and connections is another important piece of advice. Relationships are a source of support, joy, and meaning, and investing time and effort into building and maintaining them is essential. In my younger years, I sometimes neglected relationships in favor of work or personal pursuits. Reflecting on this, I realize how much richer my life could have been if I had prioritized my connections with others. Building and nurturing meaningful relationships should be a central focus of our lives, as they provide the foundation for a fulfilling and joyful existence. Pursue your passions. Finally, pursuing your passions is crucial for a fulfilling life. Life is too short to spend doing things that don't ignite your enthusiasm or bring you joy. Following your passions, even if they seem unconventional or risky, can lead to a sense of purpose and satisfaction. I've seen firsthand how pursuing passions can lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment and happiness. Whether it's a creative endeavor, a hobby, or a career goal, following your passions can bring a sense of meaning and direction to your life. Don't be afraid to pursue what truly excites and inspires you. Embracing the legacy of lessons. As I reflect on the lessons I've learned throughout my life, I am struck by the profound impact they have had on my journey. Each lesson, whether learned through triumph or trial, has contributed to the person I am today. The wisdom gained from these experiences has shaped my perspective, guided my decisions, and enriched my life in countless ways. In sharing these lessons, I hope to offer insights and encouragement to those who are navigating their own paths. Life is a journey filled with opportunities for growth, learning, and self-discovery. By embracing the lessons learned and applying them to our lives, we can create a legacy of wisdom and fulfillment that extends beyond our own experiences. As you embark on your own journey of reflection and growth, remember that the lessons you learn are valuable gifts that can guide you towards a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Embrace the wisdom of your experiences, accept the lessons of the past, and use them to shape a future that is rich with purpose, joy, and connection. In the end, it is not the regrets or missed opportunities that define us, but the lessons we learn and the growth we achieve. Embrace these lessons with an open heart and mind, and let them guide you towards a life that is both fulfilling and purposeful. Conclusion. Embracing the future with grace. As we approach the end of this journey together, I find myself reflecting on the intricate tapestry of experiences, lessons, and emotions that have shaped my life. This book has been a voyage through the winding roads of regret and wisdom, exploring the highs and lows that define our human experience. Now, as we close this chapter, it's time to look forward, to embrace the future with a spirit of grace, hope, and possibility. Living without regrets. One of the most empowering realizations is that it's possible to live without being shackled by regrets. Regret, while a powerful emotion, can also be a catalyst for transformation. It's not about erasing the past or pretending it didn't happen. Rather, it's about acknowledging those regrets and using them as stepping stones toward a more fulfilling life. Imagine a garden where the weeds of regret have taken root. If left unattended, they can choke the life out of the plants. But if we choose to tend the garden, we can uproot the weeds, nurture the soil, and cultivate a space where new growth can flourish. Similarly, by facing our regrets with honesty and compassion, we can clear the way for new opportunities and experiences to take root. Embracing this mindset allows us to shift our focus from what we wish had been different to what we can make better moving forward. It's about learning from our past mistakes and using that knowledge to inform our future choices. By doing so, we free ourselves from the weight of regret and open ourselves up to the possibility of living a life rich with purpose and fulfillment. The power of reflection. Reflection is a powerful tool that allows us to gain insights into our lives, our choices, and our personal growth. It's through reflection that we can connect the dots between our past experiences and our present selves, leading to a deeper understanding of who we are and what we value. Engaging in regular reflection helps us to 1. Identify patterns. By looking back on our experiences, we can identify recurring patterns in our behavior and decision-making. This awareness can guide us in making more conscious choices in the future. 2. Understand ourselves. Reflection provides clarity on our motivations, desires, and fears. Understanding these aspects of ourselves can lead to greater self-acceptance and the ability to make decisions that align with our true selves. 3. Celebrate growth. Reflecting on our journey allows us to acknowledge and celebrate our growth. It's easy to overlook our achievements and progress when we're caught up in the day-to-day hustle. Reflection provides an opportunity to recognize and appreciate how far we've come. 4. Set intentions. Through reflection, we can set meaningful intentions for the future. By understanding our past experiences and lessons, we can chart a course that aligns with our values and goals. Encouraging readers to embrace the power of reflection means inviting them to engage in this process of self-discovery and growth. It's about fostering a mindset that values introspection and learning as essential components of a well-lived life. A legacy of lessons. As we conclude this exploration of regrets and lessons, it's worth considering the legacy we leave behind. A legacy is not just about material wealth or achievements. It's also about the impact we have on others and the lessons we impart through our actions and experiences. Reflecting on the lessons shared in this book, it's clear that the most meaningful legacy is one of wisdom and compassion. By living with intention, embracing our imperfections, and nurturing our relationships, we can leave behind a legacy that inspires and uplifts others. Consider the following ways to create a meaningful legacy. 1. Share your wisdom. Share the lessons you've learned with others. Whether through mentoring, writing, or simply offering guidance, your experiences and insights can help others navigate their own journeys. 2. Cultivate relationships. Invest in your relationships and create lasting connections. The love, support, and memories you build with others will be cherished long after you're gone. 3. Pursue your passions. Follow your passions and encourage others to do the same. A life lived with purpose and enthusiasm is a powerful testament to the importance of pursuing what truly matters to you. 4. Practice kindness. Leave behind a legacy of kindness and compassion. Small acts of kindness can have a ripple effect, touching lives in ways you may never fully understand. In crafting a legacy, it's important to remember that every action, no matter how small, contributes to the story we leave behind. By living with intention and purpose, we can create a legacy that reflects the best of who we are and what we stand for. Embracing the future. As we move forward, let us embrace the future with grace and optimism. The future is a blank canvas, waiting to be painted with the colors of our choices, dreams, and aspirations. It's an opportunity to apply the lessons we've learned, to build upon our experiences, and to create a life that reflects our truest selves. In closing, I encourage you to set bold goals. Dream big and set goals that inspire you. The future is full of possibilities, and it's up to you to seize them. Take action. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Take actionable steps towards your goals and embrace the journey with courage and determination. Live fully. Embrace life with open arms. Cherish the moments, savor the experiences, and find joy in the everyday. Reflect regularly. Continue to reflect on your journey and the lessons you've learned. This practice will help you stay grounded and aligned with your values. As you embark on this next chapter of your life, remember that you have the power to shape your future and to create a life that is rich with meaning and fulfillment. Embrace the journey with grace, and let your experiences and lessons guide you towards a future that reflects the very best of who you are. As we approach the end of this journey together, I find myself reflecting on the intricate tapestry of experience. Epilogue. Letters to the younger me. As we reach the final pages of this journey together, I find myself at a profound and poignant moment. This epilogue is not just a closing but a heartfelt conversation with my younger self. An opportunity to bridge the past with the present, to offer wisdom and solace, and to extend a hand from the wisdom of age to the hope of youth. It is an intimate letter that captures the essence of reflection, transformation, and the beauty of a life lived with purpose and authenticity. A personal letter to the younger me. Dear young self, as I sit down to write this letter, I am filled with a profound sense of both nostalgia and insight. I look back on the person you are, the dreams you hold, the fears you wrestle with, and the boundless energy with which you approach life. I see the promise and potential in your eyes, and I want to reach out through the years to share some thoughts, some guidance, and perhaps a touch of comfort. Firstly, I want to tell you that it's okay to not have all the answers. Life is a journey of discovery, and the path will wind in ways you can't yet foresee. Embrace the uncertainty and trust in your ability to navigate through it. Each challenge you face, each decision you make, will shape you into the person you are destined to become. There is no right or wrong way, only the way that feels true to you. In your pursuit of dreams, don't be afraid to take risks. I know that fear often feels like a heavy cloak draped over your shoulders, but remember that it is not a barrier but a signal of growth. Embrace the discomfort of stepping out of your comfort zone. It is in those moments of uncertainty that you will find your greatest opportunities for growth and joy. Life is not just about the destination, but the courage to embark on the journey. Cherish your relationships, dear one. The bonds you form with family, friends, and loved ones will be the treasures that enrich your life. Don't let time and distance create rifts that you will one day regret. Invest in those connections with love, patience, and understanding. Your presence and care will make a difference far beyond what you can imagine. Take care of yourself, both physically and mentally. Your body is your companion on this journey, and it deserves kindness and attention. Listen to it, honor it, and nurture it. Mental well-being is equally important. Don't ignore the signs of stress or burnout. Seek support when needed and remember that asking for help is a strength, not a weakness. As you build your life, remember that material success is fleeting, but the richness of experiences and the depth of your character are what truly matter. Don't measure your worth by the standards of society or others. Define success on your own terms and let your values guide your path. Pursue passions that ignite your spirit and don't be swayed by external pressures. Most importantly, be kind to yourself. Self-compassion is a gift that will sustain you through life's ups and downs. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and embrace your imperfections. They are the marks of a life lived fully, with authenticity and bravery. You are enough, just as you are. As you move forward, carry these thoughts with you as a source of strength and inspiration. Know that you are loved, that your journey is unique, and that every step you take is part of a grand and beautiful adventure. The future holds endless possibilities, and I am cheering you on every step of the way. With all my love and hope, your older self. Encouragement to the reader. Writing your own letters. As you close this book and reflect on its themes, I invite you to embark on a personal and transformative exercise. Write your own letter to your younger self. This simple yet profound act of writing can serve as a powerful tool for reflection, healing, and growth. Here's how to begin. Find a quiet space. Choose a place where you can be alone with your thoughts, free from distractions. Reflect on key moments. Think about the pivotal moments in your life, both the triumphs and the trials. What wisdom have you gained from these experiences? Speak from the heart. Write as if you were having a direct conversation with your younger self. Share your insights, offer advice, and provide reassurance. Acknowledge growth. Recognize the progress you've made and the person you've become. Celebrate your achievements and learnings. Express gratitude and forgiveness. Extend gratitude for the journey and offer forgiveness for past mistakes. This act of compassion can be deeply healing. Seal your letter. Keep your letter in a special place where you can revisit it whenever you need a reminder of your growth and wisdom. Writing a letter to your younger self can be a profound and emotional experience. It allows you to connect with your past self, offer comfort, and reaffirm your values and goals. It is a reminder that no matter where you are in your journey, there is always room for growth, change, and self-love. In closing, I want to thank you for joining me on this reflective journey. I hope that the insights and lessons shared throughout this book have resonated with you and inspired you to embrace your own path with grace and intention. May you continue to reflect, learn, and live with purpose, always carrying the wisdom of your experiences as you step into the future with hope and possibility. Thank you for listening to Reflections at 70, The Weight of Unspoken Regrets on mini audiobooks. We hope this journey through life's reflections has inspired and moved you. If you enjoyed this audiobook, please give us a thumbs up and share it with friends and family. Your support means the world to us and helps keep the channel thriving. Remember to subscribe so you never miss out on our future audiobooks and content. Until next time, keep reflecting and growing. See you in the next video.